How to enter into the heart, the mind, and the soul of someone you deeply love. Hi everyone, Robert Zink, Miracle Mentor and Alchemy Life Coach. And today we're outside sitting in the backyard by the fire pit. We're enjoying the sun and we are soaring high like a big, beautiful eagle. We're always soaring in the direction of your dreams and your goals. So I get questions all the time from people, emails and things like that. And people ask me, Robert, I love this person so much. I mean, I really do. I really, really, really love this person. What can I do to save my marriage, to save my relationship? What can I do to get closer to this person? Is there a way I can get inside their heart? I know that there is, but how do I do it? And I'm going to share with you a technique that has worked for me. It's worked for hundreds and hundreds of other people, and I know it will work for you too. So stay with me. So something is keeping you apart. You're not as close emotionally as you know that you can be. Now the question is do you really, really sincerely want to enter the heart, the mind, and the soul of someone you love? Because if you don't want to make that level of commitment, if you don't want to fully invest 100% in a deep commitment, then there's no need to go any further. I believe it's essential that you vibrate at the frequency of transparency. Do you understand what I mean by transparency? That means clarity, as if you were clear, as if the person that you love can see all the way through you. Because as you open up that transparency, their transparency will begin to match yours, and you'll be able to see through them as well. Now, the ancient mystery schools referred to the heart, the mind, and the soul, all three of those, as the sphere of sensation. Sphere of sensation. Kind of a tongue twister. Okay, so high flyers, what this is about is when you enter into their sphere of sensation, their heart space, their soul space, their mind space, when you enter into and connect with them at that deep of a bond, at that deep of a level, you are literally creating what the ancients referred to as an alchemical marriage. You are entering into a sacred covenant, a sacred space, a perfect marriage of the most profound kind. This is the most deepest connection that two human beings can experience. Now, I have to share one thing with you that I believe will be a challenge for some of you, and that is you're going to have to surrender your ego. Yes, I said it. Yep. If you want to soar up there, you're going to have to surrender your ego. You see, your ego can be absolutely toxic to the kind of relationship, the kind of depth, the kind of love that you deeply desire and crave. Think about the word ego. Ego means edging greatness out. You can have a great, exceptional, unbelievable relationship. But when your ego gets in the way between the two of you, it edges greatness out. The ego separates you from their heart space. It separates you from that deeper connection where you connect with their mind and with their soul as well. So high flyers, the ego is it's a counterintention to total bliss, total happiness, total love, the relationship that you've always desired, the relationship that you have always yearned for. The ego ends that. It stops that. It blocks that. I want to remind you that if you are in a relationship and you'd like to take that relationship to the next level, or if you have someone specific that you deeply love, visit us at lawofattractionsolutions.com and claim your 30 minutes of miracle mentoring and alchemy life coaching. Be sure and sign up for that. But hey, also while you're there, we have a number of other resources that you'll want to check out, including tons and tons of articles and blogs that are there to help you as well. lawofattractionsolutions.com. Listen, when you surrender your ego, when you totally surrender your ego, you enter into that other person's sphere of sensation. It's called matriculation. It doesn't happen overnight. It's kind of a slow matriculation of your consciousness into their heart space, into their mind, and into their soul. And what happens is when you're in there, you now have the ability to lift them up. If they're down, you can help them soar like a beautiful eagle. It's an incredible thing because that's what real love is all about. This is about focusing on your partner less, because when we focus on someone else all the time, oftentimes we start to put them down. We look for criticisms. Don't put your partner down. Give them hope. Give them that inner dream, that inner comfort, that inner serenity, that everything is perfect with them. Then you will be able to have that deep soul connection that you dream about and that you truly desire. Focus on what you can give and less on what you need. And I think this is very important. Trust is absolutely essential. There can never be the kind of connection that you desire without absolute and total trust. And how do you build up trust? You make a promise, a small promise. I'll be there by 8. And you're there by 8. You don't call up and say, hey, I'm running late, the kids are doing this, and I got to take care of that. I won't be there till 8:45, because that begins to destroy and deteriorate trust. No, you focus on keeping your word. If you have trust issues with someone right now, and the two of you are separated, it's essential that you keep your word by making small, little promises and keeping them one after another. That's how you build up trust. And trust, it's absolutely essential for the kind of connection that you dream of and desire. Now, I'm going to give you the techniques next. Hang on. Okay, high flyers, I want to share with you this sacred technique. It's simple, it's easy, but it works. But first, you must do all the things that I suggested so that you create that kind of transparency where the two of you really can bond and connect. So here's what you do. Create a sacred space. Clean out the space. If it's a bedroom, clean it. If it's a living room, clean it. Wherever you're going to do this meditative work, create a sacred, it's so important, a sacred space where you'll be undisturbed. That means you're turning off your television, your Wi-Fi, everything, undisturbed. Now you're going to visualize. Sit down, relax, and visualize the person you love standing in front of you. See them to the point of almost being amazed that they're not really there, but they are, because your mind is literally, through your memory and through your senses, you're literally drawing them to you. And focus on your mind first and say these words. I dedicate my deepest thoughts to our love. I dedicate my deepest thoughts to our love. Now, this is very important, high flyers. I like when you're looking into the image of the person you love to be making eye contact when you're focusing on the mind. This is the mind connection. Remember, we have the mind, the heart, and the soul that forms the sphere sensation. Okay? Look into their eyes. Next, you're going to focus on your heart. So I like to put my hands over my heart here, put a little pressure on my chest, just enough to remind my subconscious mind that I'm focusing on my heart. We are together in the heart. You are in me, and I am in you. We are together in the heart. You are in me, and I am in you. And finally, we're going to focus on the soul. And the soul in the ancient traditions refers to breath. So this is very, very important, high flyers. You'll take a deep breath and you'll say these words. Our soul vibrates as breath. Our soul vibrates as one breath. And visualize that you are breathing into your partner and they are breathing into you, into each other. Your breath is circulating into your partner and their breath is circulating into you. You are in your partner's heart. Your partner's heart is in you. And all of your thoughts are dedicated to love, mind, heart, and soul. Feel yourself melting like a stick of butter on a hot summer day, melting into the person you love. Transparency, no ego. Let go of the ego. And finally, at the end of this exercise, put your hands together, bow your head, and give a moment or two of gratitude. Be totally grateful for the love and the connection that you have with another human being on this planet. You know, high flyers, many people do not have that connection, and they'll go through their whole life never knowing it, except perhaps when they were an infant with their mother, you know? So by developing this connection. Now, if you're already married and in a relationship, do it anyway. You can do it together. Okay? Hey, share your results, not your results, but share your experience down below here. Go ahead and do this, and then share what you feel, what you experienced. But you've got to let go of the ego. You need to be totally transparent. And then you end with gratitude. We love you. Have a great day because you absolutely deserve it. Bye-bye now.